few years back, I made this video right here talking about 5 mistakes that I see social workers make when they're starting their business. And that was probably like one of my first few videos on this YouTube channel. And so I think it's high time to make another video about this because there's newer mistakes that I see a lot of social workers making. And so I just want to cover this topic again. Let's get right into it. So this is one of the first mistakes that I see social workers making, and it is preventing you from getting traction in your business, traction with sales. And that's because you are selling and not marketing. And so you might say, well, what do you mean it's not helping me get traction with sales? It's because you're simply trying to take people's money without marketing to them, without helping them see the value in your products and or services, without helping them see the transformation that they'll gain by purchasing your products and or services, right? And so it's very important that you market to your clients, your audience, so they know how you can help them, so they know how you can assist with them gaining the transformation that they're looking for. And so an example of this, I talked about this in another video, but an example of this is laundry detergent. And so if you walk into a supermarket and you go down the laundry detergent aisle, you will see several different brands of laundry detergent. However, there are going to be some brands that have more recognition than others. So think about Tide, for an example. Here in America, Tide is a very, very popular laundry detergent brand. Now, if you go down the aisle, there's going to be other laundry detergent brands that have some brand recognition. And then there's going to be some that have no brand recognition at all. You've never heard of it. You've never seen it. Hey, listen, it's just a mystery to you, right? Now, the reason why Tide has so much brand recognition is because you see commercials about it. And within that commercial, they're talking about the product. They're building what's called the know, like, and trust factor. And additionally, they have testimonials via the commercial. So you'll see the woman throw her shirt and it's clean, and all of a sudden the stain is gone. These are all things that work on you psychologically so you can develop some type of alignment with the brand. Now, sometimes a brand is because your family member used it and you just have brand recognition because of word of mouth. But that word of mouth is marketing, right? So yes, you can sell to people who you've never traditionally marketed to, but that's through word of mouth advertising, which is marketing. And typically you've gotten that word of mouth advertising from an existing client that you got through marketing your products and or services. So one of the reasons why you're not having any traction in your business is because you have no marketing channels. You are simply trying to sell people, take their money without giving them any awareness of your skills, knowledge, talents, or areas of expertise. And you've not given them any small wins to trust that your products and or services will be helpful to them. So stop selling and start marketing. This is a big one. This is a big one that I see. I see it with clients that are in the social work mogul community over on Patreon. I see it with consulting clients that I work with directly one-on-one. Is the fact that people, social workers, are creating services and or products, digital products, that they've not vetted. And you might be asking, how does this happen? So you go in and you decide, I'm going to create this service or product because I feel like people need this. And then you don't get any sales. And it's because, is that really what they need, or is that what you think they need? And so to vet your services and or products, first you need to market them. Go back to number one, you need to market them. And you need to get feedback from people on what was good, the bad, the ugly of your service and or product. And from here, you can also ask them questions about what they need, because just because you think that's what they need may not be actually what they need, right? You might think they need one thing and they're not that far on their journey. So they need something else to get them to that point, right? So for example, I have a few courses, intermediate courses. If someone started that intermediate course without the beginner course, it would make no sense, right? But I was able to get to this through vetting my products, right? So I've had people in the Patreon testing the products. I've been able to get feedback about the products, you have to do this process first, because if you don't, you will waste a lot of time creating something that nobody needs, therefore nobody purchases. Now, this one is interesting because focusing on the features of your service and or product is great after you've helped someone see the transformation that the product and or service can give them. People don't buy products or services because of its features. They buy it for the transformation, right? So even if they think it's their features, it's really the transformation. So, for example, when I purchased my new car, my previous car was a stick shift, which I still prefer. I still prefer a stick shift, but my stick shift didn't have the available options that this new car has, right? So this new car is filled with luxury options like a sunroof and heated seats and all the bells and whistles, right? This time when I got my car, I got all the bells and whistles. That car, I did not purchase because of the features, right? Well, at least I did, but it's not so much just that feature, right? Because that feature, if I don't use it, what's the point? But it's the transformation that the feature gives, right? So me having heated side view or defrostable side view mirrors that my other car didn't have. There's a convenience that me living in Buffalo during this time of year, I do not have to go break ice off of my side view mirror, right? Which I broke a side view mirror trying to get the ice off one time. So there's a transformation for me because the mirror will just defrost on its own. This car, because it's not a stick shift, I have automatic start, right? My other car was push to start, but this one has remote start. Because my other car was a stick shift and you needed to press the clutch to start the car, the auto start option, remote start option wasn't even available, right? So having remote start in the wintertime is great because when I had my stick shift, I had to run out to the car, open the car, get in the car, press the clutch, start the car, and then let it run. And it wouldn't lock after the fact. Honda, fix that. But in my new car, because it's remote start, there's a transformation for me in the sense that in the wintertime, I don't have to run out to the car in the cold, jump in the car, press the clutch, start the car, and then let it heat up. I can just simply hit the button from inside of my house and my car is going to heat up. So there's a transformation for me in that. When the guy sold me the car, he spoke to the transformations I would receive. He did not just speak to the product features. He was a great salesperson. And so, in speaking to the transformation, you will get people to buy the transformation that they're looking for. People are not looking for features or benefits within a product or service. They're looking for a transformation. No matter what that product or service is, they're looking for a transformation. They're either looking to gain some knowledge, they're looking to alleviate a problem, something, right? And so, with that, I see a lot of social workers, when they're selling their products and or services, speaking to features and benefits and not the transformation. And it's the transformation that's going to make them go into their wallet. It is the transformation that will make them spend money. The transformation is why you spend money. So, transformation first, features and benefits after they've bought into the transformation. This one I covered in the other video is still a persistent and ongoing problem. Even though I've been making these videos for 3 years and I've met with clients, they still come to me without a business plan, without the desire to do a business plan. They're like, oh, I can do it without a business plan. No, you can't. You can. It's going to be a holy mess. Don't start a business, don't grow a business, and do not scale a business without a business plan. You need one from the inception of your business idea all the way to the point of if you are in business for 10, 20, 30 years and you decide to close or sell your business, you need a business plan. And you need multiple iterations of that business plan to show where you started, what has not worked, what has worked, and how you've developed your business plan over time. It will show how you've changed your business over time. It will show you, again, all the things that didn't work. It is a living, breathing document. So my business plan, I have my first one that I started, and from there I did an update. So I made a copy and did updates, and then I made a final version of that updated one. I wanted to show what was changed and what was updated. Well, maybe that's the same thing, but what was old and what was updated. And so I still have that original copy of my business plan, and every 90 days I go in, I review my business plan, I update my business plan if needed. I take off things that are not working, that I've tried in my business and they're not making sales, and it's like a waste of time and energy and all those things, right? Because you want your business to be efficient. You do not want to do a bunch of work that's not going to generate any revenue for your business. So, this is important. Having a business plan is probably one of the most important, if not the most important thing when you're starting your business. So I'm in the process of opening a new business with my daughter. We're opening a hair salon. Now, we're working with the Small Business Association for this process. The first thing the SBA person told me to have was a business plan. But she didn't have to tell me, because I'm coming in the door with a business plan, because I know it's the first thing you have to figure out. So, see a lot of social workers starting their business or trying to grow their business without a business plan. And it can't be in your head. It has to be on paper. It cannot. I never forget, I had a client tell me, "Oh, my business plan is in my head." So I asked her a specific question related to the business plan, and she could not give me an answer, because it's not in your head. You have not thoroughly thought about it if you've not written it down and really taken time to think it through and work it, implement it, and see if it works, and then come back and, put more data into your business plan. So, major, major, major no. The commodification of services and or products happens when you solely base your product or service on price and not value. This goes back to number 3. I had to look at my notes. This goes back to number 3 when we're talking about the transformation, right? Because you are selling features and or benefits, right? Because you are selling, you're not marketing. You get to the point where it's purchase time and you feel like, "Oh, I can't charge that price. Nobody's going to pay that." You're right. They're not going to pay it because you've not shown them the benefit of the transformation. You've probably not priced it based on value. And when I say commodifying the price, meaning that I'm looking at my competition, and instead of looking at the value my competition does not provide and providing that value and then basing my price off of the value I'm providing, I will look at my competition and say, "Okay, well, this is what they're doing. I'm going to do exactly what they're doing, but I'm going to price mine a little lower so I can take that person's clients." But if the value is the same and they're getting the same thing and you're not really addressing any gaps in the market, then there's nothing that helps you stand apart. People will simply purchase based on price, and if your competitor lowers their price, then you'll have to lower yours, because there's no differentiation in the value that you provide, because you're simply commodifying your products and their services on price. You're copying someone else and then lowering the price. No. You have to price based on value. When you price based on value and you show people, you illustrate the transformation that they can get, that value becomes tangible. So yeah, those are 5 mistakes that I see social workers making when they're starting, growing, and scaling their business. So if you think this is just a beginner's problem, it's not. It's not. I see seasoned professionals doing the same thing and figuring out, why can't I get any sales? Why can't I sell any digital products or services? And this is probably why. So if you find yourself doing these things, stop and go ahead. If you want to join the Social Work Mogul community, we're over there talking about all these things and working on our stuff, right? We have a watch party coming up Saturday. We're watching the movie, I can't remember what. Oh, Case 39. Yes, it's a social work movie. Is it about business? Not per se, but not all of our movies are about business. Sometimes we're just about having fun. Sometimes we watch social work movies. We have different discussions. They all come back to entrepreneurship though. So check out the Social Work Mogul community. Of course, this video will be in there with no ads. And until next time, this is girl Michelle saying, stop waiting. The time is now. Start your social work business. Until next time, bye for now.